Okay, so I am back today to show you two things that I just picked up from the Tom Ford limited edition color collection. All of the products in this collection were inspired by the way that skin looks at dusk. So warm, reflective, all that kind of stuff. A lot of them are very beautiful. I only picked up two things. I got the two illuminating cheek colors, and there are only two shades. Number 1, Blush Gilt, and number 2, Bronzed Amber. In retrospect, had I seen them in person, I probably wouldn't have bought both, seeing as how they're both $58. But I have them now, so I'm living with it. Okay, this is what the packaging looks like. Very travel friendly, very sleek, as you would expect from Tom Ford products. One thing I will mention is that when you open them, it takes a little bit of an effort. But when you're closing them, you think they might be fully closed, but you have to make sure you hear that click, which requires a little extra force. Otherwise, your products will dry out very quickly. So let's take a look at the shades. This is number 1, Blush Gilt. Beautiful pink highlighter. This is number 2, Bronzed Amber. And it is a bronzed, beautiful, reflective shade. This actually happens to be my favorite. I thought I was gonna like Blush Gilt a lot more, but for me, I really like this Bronzed Amber. So I am wearing both of them on my face today, and they are the only things aside from foundation that I'm wearing. No blush, no extra highlighter, no extra bronzer. And I applied it very sheerly so that you can see that you don't have to be afraid of this Bronzed Amber shade. It might look really dark, but the way that it applies is very sheer, and then when you smudge it out more, even more sheer. It just adds beautiful warmth to the skin. So let's look at Blush Gilt first. I'm going to swatch this. I'm going to swatch this right here on my hand so that you can see the color. It is highly reflective, but of course very sheer. It's going to look very natural on you, which is what I think I'm not sure if I like it as much, because I'm not into the very sheer highlighter. And let's just look at it when it's really sheared out, because that was quite a heavy strike. And that's it sheared out. You can see no glitter at all in these products. Not a hint of glitter. It leaves a sheen that is very reflective. And of course with this one, slightly pink toned. So while it is very beautiful on the cheeks, I'm not sure if it's completely what I'm looking for in a cheek illuminator, which is why I wouldn't necessarily have purchased that had I seen it. Let's look at the Bronzed Amber next. So that is just 2 swipes from the stick directly onto the hand. You can see it's equally as reflective, just a lot warmer, and I'm going to show it to you sheared out now. And you can see it almost disappears. You can really shear these out, and it leaves a very just naturally bronzed look. Not orangey at all, not too red, just a nice in-between that in person is a very natural warmth to the skin, which is exactly what he was going for. He was not going for getting the color of this stick on your face. He was going for a very sheer and natural look. Now these do dry down very quickly, because right now they're already feeling dry on my skin, and you can see incredibly natural looking. So I only applied it very sheerly to my cheeks, and now I'm going to show you me applying it. I have my little Tom Ford mirror here, so hopefully what I did the first time was I took it with my finger. You could use a cream brush, but I find that it really doesn't pick up hardly anything on a cream brush. So I use my finger. Right now, I'm going to show you how to apply it, how it looks when you apply it directly from the tube. But I used my finger and I tapped it out the first time. So let's just leave it from, that's what it looks like directly from the tube. Now I'm going to take my fingers and just pat, 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 pat. Keep patting it out. And there you go. You can see, very natural, very natural. It almost just melts and disappears into your skin, but it leaves behind a very subtle warmth. And hopefully you can see that. So now, effect. I do believe that you could build these up to be a little stronger. I right now am still pretty pale, so I'm not looking for an incredibly strong look yet, but I do believe that you could make those look definitely stronger. So now I'm going to show you Blush Gilt on the cheek. Again, this is my least favorite of the two. Probably depends on what you kind of like in an illuminating cheek color. I like it to show up a little bit more when it comes to these highlighter, but anyway, so I'm going to show you. I put mine right there and then tap it out. I don't like to come too far in the front because, one, I don't have too many visible pores, but if you do, you definitely don't want to come too far forward. Otherwise, that's really going to emphasize it. Okay. And see, I just don't notice much of a difference. But again, these are meant to be subtle hints of color, as you would see if the sun was reflecting on you at dusk. So I'm sure that's the look that it's supposed to be portraying, is not to be glitter ball, not to be a Bobbi Brown shimmer brick, not to be any of those type of things, but to be a very subtle catch of light. So if that's what you're looking for, I would recommend that you go check these out. I would recommend that you look at them very soon because I do know that they are going very quickly. In fact, I think Neiman Marcus online only has bronzed amber left. I think Blush Gilt was already sold out. So if you can stalk some of your counters, they might still have it. Sadly, Tom Ford does not have these products in his permanent line in any color, let alone these two colors. So if you're wanting this type of a product from Tom Ford, get them now. He released a couple other things I didn't pick up from the collection. Had he released an eyeshadow palette, I probably would have picked that one up. But another thing I forgot to mention was that they have no smell at all. And I know that some people who don't like brands like Chanel, who add scent to everything, will enjoy that. These have absolutely no discernible scent to them. So this was just a quick little look at the illuminating cheek colors from Tom Ford. If you're interested, hurry out and get them now before they're gone. If you're not interested in paying $58 for one of these, that is also understandable. Not everyone has the budget to pick up these types of splurges, because would I find them essential? No, you could definitely have your makeup look without these. Do I think that they're a great addition? Yes, especially for me, the bronzed amber. If you're into the very light pink that probably won't show up on your skin very well, I shouldn't say that. Hopefully this gave you a quick little look at them so you can decide if you want to check them out, if you can still find them. Hurry out now if you are really looking for these, because they will be gone very quickly. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye!